Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. That was a pretty sad last video, I gotta say. I really hope that this one is better. Only got a 1-win Shaman run. I was up above like 7 wins on average. I had like a 7.3. Now we're down to 6.1 after some pretty miserable videos. Well, let's see how this warrior can do. The first game was a little bit tougher than I would have liked, so I'm kind of concerned. The draft was pretty bad. I think that maybe I made some mistakes. Of course, it's always possible I made mistakes, but man, it was just a really rough draft. I kept getting nothing but 2 drops, and everything else I saw sort of sucked. So here we have a curve at least, 2 and 3. Can I get a 1? Nope, got my harpy. Was forced to take that thing. Not that happy about it. Hey, we do get a 1. Well, I'm happy about that. So let's see what he's got in response. Hopefully not a Northshire Cleric. I'm eating chocolate. There's a ton of it in this house. Ooh, a Leper Gnome. Does he have a coin power word shield for that? No, he does not. Alright, we'll pop the Divine Shield to kill that thing. Fiery War Axe was definitely an option, but I figured I'd rather get that extra minion down than have the weapon in my hand at this point. It's gonna Mind Blast! Well, that's encouraging. So he just goes down a card for absolutely nothing. That's great. I am feeling very good about this game. Had a 1-2-3 curve. Went up a card killing a Leper Gnome with Squire. Went up a card because he played Mind Blast. So I'm up 2 cards already. And I have a decent hand, actually. With the War Axe and the Blue Gold Warrior ready to go and a decent board. Okay, let's see what happens. Here's a 4-drop.
For the king.
Okay, that is pretty annoying because it'll kill my guy. I would have rather seen a Yeti or something, but it'll do. Bonk. I will play the Blue Gold Warrior. He can't Holy Nova next turn because he just used the coin. So I might as well get the extra damage out there. If you're ahead against a priest and he doesn't have minions to kill a harpy, it's pretty good. It doesn't die to Shadow Words, and it also only really dies to Holy Fire. So it's not really vulnerable. Now, which of these do I play? Probably the the Commander, so that this guy can have charge next turn. So how do we do this? Well, let's keep it simple. I'll hit that with my axe and divert the tank to kill it. We'll pop the Squire to kill that thing off. Now a Holy Nova finishes off 2 of my creatures, so I'm hoping he doesn't have a Holy Nova, but still, I'll be doing pretty well. He's going to have 5 cards to my 6 here, and I'm way ahead on the board. I can play the Harpy after a Holy Nova. Oh god, Pyromancer, man, am I getting sick of seeing these things. They have been really good against me lately. A Holy Smite on this would kill the Commander and the Blue Gold Warrior. Oh, jeez. Please do not tell me that he has a... What? Oh, he played them in the wrong order. He could have just gotten a free Knife Fling, but instead he didn't. Do I play the... No, I'm going to just play the Knife Juggler and the Morgan here. Let's see where the knife goes. It goes there. Actually, it doesn't matter where the knife goes. Whoops. That didn't really make any sense. Okay, well, we'll just kill that. Kill that. Hit him in yonder face. Bonkety, 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 bizzle. Unfortunately, the Wind Fairy Harpy doesn't get charged from the Commander, but that's fine. So we got 4 cards to his 4. I'm way ahead on life. Soon to have another card. He has another one of these guys. Well, he's got to do something because I can turn on Wind Fury if this guy stays out here. Kills himself. I think he should have healed this minion. I think that was just a mistake. Oh. Kill that. Hit him in the face. I mean, the healing to his face is compensated for by the fact that I got to hit him with a 4-1. Had he made this a 2-4 with healing, I would have had to hit it an extra time to not lose my stuff. Okay, Yeti's great because it doesn't have taunt. And he just dies. Well, that's a good continuation. This was a very weak deck, and it was played badly. So I can't really say much about it. I ended up having 2 Wind Fury creatures, man. What was that? 8, 16? I had like 20 damage potential right there. Huh, well, that's good. I have set my sights. I want to go to 7 wins every run. That's it. After all the things that I've endured in the last few videos, the world owes me. Actually, the world doesn't owe me anything. The world doesn't owe anybody anything. There's some depressing thoughts for your Hearthstone entertainment. Don't mind that crinkling sound. That's just me putting away the foil wrappers of this chocolate. into my little box. So my girlfriend got me this Shakespeare insult gum for Christmas. It's got like a little box that looks like a book, and inside there is like a Shakespearean insult. So it's an insult from one of his plays. Up against another warrior. Hey, I haven't seen Heroic Strike before. That's a crazy card. Alright, I'm going to mulligan the sheep. I'll keep the Heroic Strike in case he has an early play. We're planning to coin into the Blade Master on turn 2 and then play the Hearthstone Commander. The Infiltrator is an amazing top deck here. Not just because I get to play something on turn 1, but because if he now has a 3-2, I can kill it, and then I can play the Blade Master on turn 2 with the coin, and it'll be safe. Whereas if I didn't have the Infiltrator and he played a 3-2, then I would have nothing. He has a slow start here, actually. Quite slow. Nothing on turn 2, so that's very good. In light of this, I'm actually going to play the Commander here, because the Commander will allow my Worgen to charge next turn, which could be helpful. And this might encourage him to, you know, play some removal to stop this from being in the game, in which case I'll be able to play this and he won't have removal for that. I don't have any healing, Battle Rage, or Rampage, so I have really nothing to synergize with this guy's coming in damage. Ogre Warmaul, okay, well, let's see how well it works. Oh, it triggers. Crappiest weapon in the game. I mean, just rock bottom piece of shit crappy. Do I run the Worgen in? Or do I just play this guy? I mean, they're both going to die to this weapon, potentially. Let's hang on to that guy. Let's hang on. There's a decent chance that my commander is going to live. A 50-50 chance it'll live. So if it lives, I want to have this on deck. He's actually going to go for this guy. Okay, let's see if it triggers. No, this time it didn't trigger, so he got to kill it. So the commander's still alive. Does he have a way to kill it? He does not. Of course, that's a pretty good answer to the Worgen and to my Heroic Strike, so crap. Alright, Sanjin is a really good answer, though, to that Yeti. If I let the Yeti live, then he could get buffed and kill the Sanjin off. I will take that risk. He hasn't really had any removal for this, other than the Warmaul, which tells me it doesn't really have removal. So, in light of that, I'm going to just let him do what he wants to. Okay, is he going to play Whirlwind or Inner Rage? Let's see if he's got it. He's going to slam it, which is... wow. He could have just slammed it first and gotten an extra card. Or he could have not used slam at all and just... holy shit, I am just boggled by what I've seen here. That is one of the worst plays I've ever seen. Jesus, all he had to do was just buff this and kill this engine. Or slam this engine first and then attack with the Yeti. Get a card. This way he threw slam away for literally nothing. Alright, well anyway, we're going to just use the sheep to clear his board. Hearthstone Commander here. Dodging Warmauls and everything. Exploding sheep. Oh my god, I could have actually Wind Fury'd this and hit him in the face for 8 damage instead of 3. You know what though, damaging this thing to deal an extra, what would that have been? 5 damage wasn't really worth it. So I feel like I should have considered that play and seen it. I just didn't think about playing it, giving it charge, having the sheep turn on Wind Fury. But it didn't seem worth it. Okay, we got some newbie bracket players here. So he finally finds a slam for that thing. I don't know why he didn't use that before. That came from the left side of his hand. Weird. He armors up, which is nothing. Okay. And that's that. Yeah, well, let's just play the ogre here. Hit him in the face. I've got 13 damage, so I am threatening lethal exactly. If he doesn't have taunt or life gain. Or removal, of course. Magical Mercenary doesn't do anything. He can't give it taunt now. So yeah, that's the game. Oh, got some extra damage in case my mouth was off. Dink. Dink. I didn't actually need that Fiery War Axe. Well played. Okay, wow. So we got some newbie bracket stuff going on here. Despite winning my first game, we I guess just logged on at the right time or something. Those were some weak decks piloted by players who made lots of mistakes. But I'll take everything. I'll take all the help I can get. So just like that, we're at 3-0, although this deck hasn't really been tested very much. That first game in the last video was tough, and then in this video, we got popped out 2 games in under 10 minutes. Neither one of them was really much of a test, which is great, but I don't think it means this deck is necessarily that good, just that it's better than someone who has a bad deck and can't play. It's the new year. I don't know if I said this, but Happy New Year, everybody. I hope 2015 brings you many delights and happinesses. Wild Rage is our next opponent. I bet this person's going to be angry this new year. Maybe their new year resolution is to work on their temper a little bit. Now, Dread Corsair is an interesting thing. If I kept it, I do have like 2 or 3 Fiery War Axes. It'd be really amazing. Alright, I'm going to try it. Hopefully I'll get like a real... Ah, it worked. Okay, so hopefully I got it like an actual 2-drop or a Fiery War Axe. I do have several Fiery War Axes, so I wasn't like going totally crazy there. But that's what we call an aggressive mulligan. Looks like she's gonna play something. Please let it die to... Please don't let it be spiders, for the love of Christ. Oh, thank God. Alright, so the Snow Chugger will freeze me after I kill it with my Fiery War Axe, but I actually don't mind because I wasn't even necessarily planning to use up the Fiery War Axe. I just wanted it there to make the Dread Corsair cheap. I would, of course, have liked to be able to attack this turn and kill whatever she plays, but that's okay. In fact, I'm probably not even going to play the Dread Corsair unless I get a 2-drop. If I got a 2-drop, I would. But since this thing leaves me with 2 mana that I can't spend, I might as well just play the better minion here. So the Blade Master and the Dread Corsair would have traded with the Pyromancer. This will kill the Pyromancer and live to tell about it. Of course, my opponent can ping the Spider Tank off after that, but that would be her entire turn being committed. And next turn, I can play the Dread Corsair and the Injured Blade Master, which is really good. Okay, so the Flame Cannon wastes the Pyromancer's potential. Doesn't end up mattering, as I'm just going to hit it with the Fiery War Axe. Note that you need to play the Dread Corsair first, otherwise it will be regular price. Kill that off, play this. Okay, we're looking pretty good. Just got 5 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. I'm up because I'm the first player, so I should not be equal on cards. I got up with the Fiery War Axe, very simple. Got a turn 5. This is the 1 5-drop I have in my whole deck. Got my 1 good 6-drop, and I'm ahead, so I really couldn't ask for more going into this. She's going to need Polymorphs and Fireballs to bring down these guys. Let's see what she's got. Wolf Rider will trade off with my Pirate. And then that's it, right? Okay, good, good, good. Recombobulator not very helpful here. So we'll just play that. It is a 3-2 for 2, so you can always just sort of go whatever. But I don't want to recombobulate these guys. They're, you know, 4-3, it's kind of hard to beat for the 3-mana level. Alright, is she going to fireball that thing? Yeah. Alright, well that's 1 fireball that's not going on my Ogre. The question is, do I hit this Mana Worm knowing that the guy will then get pinged to death, or do I just... and then play the Ogre? Or do I play the Fiery War Axe to preserve this guy's health? Well, I wouldn't have done this. I would have just gotten the Ogre out, but after all, I'm up against the Mage. She can have a Polymorph for another Fireball. So let's just play the 4-4. This puts her in an awkward spot. She can't Flame Strike yet, and it's difficult for her to remove this. I don't think she has Frostbolt. I think she would have used a Frostbolt on this if she had one. So I figure she doesn't have Frostbolt. That means her Polymorphs and Fireballs are overkill. Reckless Rocketeer? Is it going to go for my face? No, she doesn't think she can burn me out, so she just spends her whole turn trading that off. Perfect. Okay, I think now is the time for the Ogre. Hit her in the face. And I don't want to waste my axe yet, unless I draw another axe. Or get really low on health. I don't want to throw away the potential of damaging a minion with it. This is what's good about Warrior. Oh, she does have another Fireball, damn. Although your hero ability doesn't impact the board, you've got a lot of weapons, which gives you some pretty good board control options. Doke. Let's do this. Hit her in the face. Let's see. I'm going to play this. The reason is, if she has Flame Strike, this engine will survive to hit her again. And if she doesn't have Flame Strike, I definitely want this on the table. And that's that. Alright, just won with 3 drops and 4 drops that time. And of course Fiery War Axe. I mean, that Fiery War Axe just won me the game there, because it gave me extremely efficient removal for everything she played. She never did play any good minions, she just had removal. Point removal for my big stuff, but my medium-sized stuff lived. Alright, wow, 3 games in under 15 minutes. That's less than 5 minutes per game. These have been very quick victories. But again, the deck hasn't really been tested much. None of those opponents did anything fancy. It wasn't like my Druid deck where my opponent played Mind Control Tax, stole an Ancient of War, and I still won. Like, that was a good deck. That was tested. But this, I don't know, could be a terrible deck. Cool Dude 69. Oh, man. I can just tell he's going to beat me with that name. Cool Dude 60. Great. So, it's very important, although this is a 4-drop, and you typically want to mulligan them, I did draw it alongside one of my many Fiery War Axes, so I want to keep this, because I can actually play him on turn 3 for 1 mana. It's a bit awkward when you're the first player. It's much better to be second player. You can play this, coin this. Whereas here you play Fiery War Axe on turn 2, and then this guy on turn 3, but then you have 2 mana left over, and what are you doing with that mana? Unless you have another 2-drop, it's pretty much wasted. Okay, I am going to play the Fiery War Axe. I'm a big believer in playing those out. On turn 2, it did get oozed in 1 game, but I won that game anyway, so fuck you, person who played an ooze in response to Fiery War Axe. And now I have the Spider Tank versus Dread Corsair thing again. Heroic Strike's kind of idle at the moment. So he makes a totem. Let's see what it is before we do anything else. It's a taunt. Okay, I don't really see the need to hit this with my weapon. It's not like that threatening. Let's just play this. I don't want to use up a weapon tick against this totem. I want to wait and see. It's being a bit greedy what I'm doing here, but I think the greed is worth it. Because now maybe with Heroic Strike plus the War Axe, I could kill some things. If he coins into something big, like a Mogashan Warden. Not that that's particularly likely to happen. But, you know, just saying. So he's fishing for spell damage, try to get a lightning bolt to work, doesn't find it. And it looks like he really did have that lightning bolt that he didn't want to use. Got a Sen'jin, which I think is better than the Grizzly here. So I'm going to play the Sen'jin. And I will use an axe on that guy so he doesn't damage my stuff. If he does have a lightning bolt, I don't want him to have any increased odds of finding spell damage. So he's done nothing so far this game, although I haven't dealt any damage to him. I'm ahead on the board. Can he catch up? Let's see what he's got. Legal Warrior's not really going to do it. He's going to have to 2-for-1 to kill this Sen'jin, and it looks like he is intent on doing that. Yep, he did have a lightning bolt, so he was fishing for spell damage. So this is good. He 2-for-1, went down a card, and on top of that, he's overloaded. So here I can play the Fen Creeper, but I think it makes more sense to finally use this Dread Corsair before time passes by. So we're going to Defender of Argus. Got a really big board here, very safe against Lightning Storm. A 4-5, a 4-4, and a 2-3. He's only got 4 mana to respond. Very difficult to do so. Got a Harpy coming up, which he can kill with Lava Burst or maybe Crackle or Hex. He's using a Hex here against the Spider Tank, and that's his whole turn practically. So it's not in a good situation. He's, again, that's 2 opponents in a row who haven't really done anything. I will play the Harpy because if he doesn't have an answer for that Harpy, he's going to be in mega trouble. And to answer it, you have to Hex it or Lava Storm it. Either way, it's half his mana for the turn, and I'm still pounding him for 6 damage every turn. Mind Control's like, oh my god. Well, he got probably my worst minion, which you can't really say I'm all that lucky because I did lose an Ancient of War the other day to Mind Control Tech, so whatever, this is fine. Frog wouldn't have been a big deal. I guess Frog would have been the worst thing for him to steal, and this was second worst, obviously. Wolf Rider doesn't really do anything except kill my Frog. I disagree with that play because he just goes down a card for no reason there. Like I say so often, I don't like to kill or damage minions if I'm not going to kill them. Let's check for the win here. We got 8 damage, 12 plus 3 is 17. Oh my god, I got 19 damage. 8, 12, 14, 17. Wait, did I just not know how to do math? 7, did I do this right? So 8, 12, oh, plus 7 is 19. Right, so I do have the win. This, ladies and gentlemen, is why you always count twice if you are thinking about the win and don't think you have it. I mean, I was probably going to win if I just killed these things off, but why bother when you can just win right now? He could have, in theory, with his hand of cards, drawn up enough answers to rebut me. Okay, well that was decent. He had Lightning Bolts, and he had Hex. Granted, he didn't do anything for the first, second, or third turn, so he was slow. But I was at least more tested that time, and the deck still performed well. Fiery War Axe, very good, and I think there must have been at least a few people who thought I was nuts when I took that Dread Corsair, but you can see that ended up being quite good because it helped me have a huge turn. Him plus Defender of Argus is an insane turn. Cloud Chaser, this is not Cool Dude 69. We have quite the opening hand here, one of the best opening hands I've seen in a while. I get to keep all 4 of these cards. So we play this guy, then we see what happens. Might want to save the Ooze just in case of Stormforged Axes. I'm not going to play around Doomsayer or Doomhammer, but Doomsayer and Doomhammer, very different things. But, you know, I don't want to like throw that away aggressively. If I have reasonable alternatives, I'd rather take them. And let's see what he's got here. Fiery War Axe is doing a good job coming up. I do, I think, have 3 of them, so it's not that unlikely. He does not find a 1/1, which I'm sure he was hoping for. So we got our Blood Knight, who hasn't actually shown up yet in this run. So here, Forked Lightning will take him up a card at the expense of wasting his next turn, so I'll take that chance. Hopefully he doesn't have it, though. He has an Imp Master. Okay, so Imp Master is a bit annoying. There's no great way to deal with it because Fiery War Axe doesn't quite kill it. But I could Cleave, and then use one of these guys. So that's actually a 2-for-1, so that's actually not great at all in this last. I can't Cruel Taskmaster because these guys will die if I use it. Alright, well, he got a pretty good play off of on me here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this. We're going to do that. I'll use my coin here. And either Cruel Taskmaster or Cleave. Well, Cruel Taskmaster is great a lot of times. Cleave is sometimes just bad. So we're going to Cleave. So I use Cleave to kill a Zip Master plus a tick of the Fiery War Axe. So it's like 1.5 cards to kill 1, and then hopefully the other half of this card will actually do something real. Feral Spirit will kill off one of these things. Oh, please don't play anything else. Don't play Forked Lightning. Don't you motherfucker. Well, if he hadn't played Forked Lightning, I could have cleared his board, but this way, he has nothing at all to do next turn. So I kind of have free reign there, but it kind of sucks. Okay, well anyway, Dread Corsair is a nice answer to the Spirit Wolves. I'm going to play the Blood Knight as well. I'm not going to wait around for that. And I will just go ahead and kill one. So now he shouldn't be able to do anything this turn whatsoever. He's only got 1 mana out of 5. I can kill this thing and keep on trucking. He's going to have, well, it's 6 cards to 4, so he did come out a little bit ahead there. But I should be in good shape. Okay, Dark Iron Dwarf's a very nice top deck. I'm going to keep the health on the Taunter. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Play my creature first. And hit him in the face. So the Dark Iron Dwarf is just sort of like a mini Nightblade here. It was a 4/4 for 4 that dealt 2 damage to the face. That's pretty much all it was. Fire Elemental, such a good card. So we got to be very careful here whether we go for the burn or not. I could, of course, kill the Fire Elemental with, well, now that I've drawn a Cruel Taskmaster and a Defender of Argus, I could do Defender of Argus, just trade the Dwarf in for the Elemental. It's one option. Hit him for 4. I could go balls to the walls Dickens here, Defender of Argus, Cruel Taskmaster on my own thing. 5 plus 4 is 9. Plus 2 is 11, leaving him at 8. I think that's a little bit aggressive. Why don't we just do this? Trade that off. Do that. Play this. A bit vulnerable to Lightning Storm here, but I've got a decent assortment of creatures, and if he doesn't have Lightning Storm, you know, he's getting a little low on health. Bomb Lobber is going to kill one of my things. Kills off that, which is whatever. He's getting up cards by, you know, having these creatures that come in and kill my shit. Fat Creeper is good to see, so let's play it. I think I can deal 6, 8, down to 7. No, not really worth it. Let's do that. Oh, and think. I'm going to take a small risk here. I'm going to actually hit him in the face. Armor up. I'm not going to throw my guy down yet. Let's save that for now. He didn't have Lightning Storm or he would have played it. Let's see if he's got anything here. I might bide my time until I can get a little bit more burn, a Heroic Strike or something, and I'm in within, you know, spitting distance of killing him. Doomhammer. Well, too bad I used my Ooze. And he has a Hex. Doomhammer plus Hex is a really fucking good turn, because now he can kill my stuff. He actually chooses to kill the frog with the Doomhammer, which makes sense. And he takes the 4 damage here. That might be a little bit aggressive. I don't know if he should have done that. Because going to 7 against a warrior is a bit risky. Good thing, though, I saved the Cruel Taskmaster. I get to kill off his guy. And now, okay, so he's got 5 cards. He's got to have an answer for this engine. I am threatening 5 damage here, which is pretty bad news for him. He's had answers this whole time. Fire Elemental, Lightning Bolt, Fork Lightning, Doom Hammer, 2 Hexes. I mean, really be kind of shocking if he had any more removal here. Bomb Lobber. Okay, that's not removal. Is he gonna play Lightning Bolt here? He's fishing. Is it for a spell damage totem? Finds a 1/1, which is probably not the good one. And he's got a Crackle. Alright, he's taking a chance with this. 50-50 chance. Nails it. And kills my Sentry. That's, man, that could decide the game, honestly, because if that Crackle hadn't killed him, then he would have been screwed. So he played to his outs. I gotta give him that. Warsong Commander, no point in playing it. Might as well wait to see if I get another minion with 3 power or less so I can charge. But once he finds a Taunt Totem, I'm gonna be in trouble because it's hard for a warrior to get past Taunt. I don't have any direct damage.
I am the blade.
He heals up, which is bad. He's got major card advantage. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and play the bullshit card on this game. I would have been totally fine if that Crackle had missed or if he didn't have such an ass ton of removal, but now I'm in a lot of trouble because he's got a ton of creatures here. Enough health that I can't really burn him out anytime soon. No Gore Howls or anything crazy like that for me. It's just going to be difficult. Alright, Heroic Strike doesn't do me any good. I just have to hold my cards. And again, once he gets a Taunt Totem or just any sort of a Taunt creature, I'm in trouble. Alright, could I theoretically kill him? Let's think about this. If I top deck let's see here. Assuming he doesn't get a Taunt. Please don't get a Taunt. Don't get a Taunt. It's a Taunt. Fuck. Well, that's it. If I'd gotten a Raging Worgen, that would have been what? 4 + 4 is 8. Wouldn't have killed him anyway. Fiery War Axe wouldn't have killed him. I could have dealt 7 damage. Fuck. Well, that was a little crap. He had a ridiculous amount of removal and then also a bunch of creatures, so he had the perfect draw for the situation he was in, and he won. There's nothing I could do. Well, that happens. So I got up to 5-0 before I lost the game, and I think it was a game that really just, there's nothing I could have done, so I can't complain too much about it. Let's just hope that doesn't happen again for 2 more wins. Well, was there anything I could have done differently? No, there really wasn't. It was all pretty straightforward stuff for me to play. He just continuously had removal. Shamans and their removal. Well, he had Fork Lightning, Hex, Fire Elemental, which is like 4 things. 2 Hexes and Fire Elemental. So that's like 4 cards I didn't have in my Shaman run. It would have been completely toasted if he hadn't seen those in his draft. So if he had like a Boris level Shaman draft, he would have been fucked that game. Granted, then I wouldn't have seen him at 5 wins because he only would have made it to 1 win before losing. Okay, so I'm only going to do Warsong Commander because it's not really my favorite thing to play on turn 3. Had a Fiery War Axe, which buys me a lot of time, and this is actually a pretty solid opening hand. 2, 3, 4. Please don't be spiders. Please don't be spiders. It's Knife Juggler. Okay, so do you use the Fiery War Axe or the Bluegill Warrior? Well, I think definitely the Fiery War Axe here because that way you have a thing that can potentially kill something next turn. Infiltrator arrives a turn late, which is sad. Having that around would have been amazing here. And he does have more, he does have spiders. Man, spiders are so annoying. They're not even that big of a deal. They're just really annoying. So I am not going to pop them with my axe. That would be a little bit foolish. I'll just ignore them until it's convenient for me to mop them up. I don't have Whirlwind here, but Cleave could be useful if I drew that. Cleave would actually be really good here, just to kill that Panther. That would be spectacular. Not a chance. Alright, so I could play this and that, or I could just play this guy. What is this guy good for? I mean, Spider plus that will kill him. But the Panther, the Panther plus the Spider will kill him, but these guys just die, but it lets me play this. I don't know if this is the right move, but it's the move I'm gonna make. Figured I'd get this extra creature down. Should have put it in the middle in case of explosive shot, which can he play? He could actually with the coin. Kill command to kill the spider tank is fine. The kill command could have definitely had scarier applications. Explosive sheep is a way of getting rid of those spiders. What I'm going to do here is just play this guy. And I'm going to hang tight with the infiltrator. No reason to reveal this when it's just going to die to the spiders. Sludge Belcher. Well, I wouldn't mind a silence, but I never saw any in the deck, in the draft, so I'm kind of screwed on that front. Let's think about this. Libbity bibbity bibbity boo. Well, we're going to do this. Trade this in. kill the little oozlet. And do I use Defender of Argus here? I mean, a good option now is better than the best option later, so let's just do it. Beef up my guys, hit him in the face, see what he wants to do. Hopefully the answer is play A6 Argent Squires. It's going to silence that up, so it becomes a 3-5 again. There's a Goblin Stalker, which at this point is not that big of a deal. And steady shot, perfect. Okay, so he didn't really do anything, that's great. I think Wind Fury Harpy is an easy move here. That's a nice time for that to show up. So, is it worth it to kill? I think it's actually worth it to kill this owl. That would be an answer to the Bluegill Warrior. But I don't see any reason to pop these spiders open. Let's just keep hitting him in the face. We're starting to get a little bit threatening here. This is 8 damage here. Stormer Champion's solid. It lets him pop the spiders while killing the Bluegill Warrior. And then the 3 attack doesn't really do much for him right now. But the spiders, of course, are all buffed by the Stormwind Champion, which is its own sort of problem. Alright, I could hit him for 12 plus 3 is 15 damage. You know what? Let's just do it. Wait. He's got 6, 9... Let me think about this. He's got 6, 9, plus 4 is 13 damage, 15 damage? I'm actually within range of just dying. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Let's do this. Let's hit that thing and kill the Stormwind Champion. And then let's just hit him in the face. I am done waiting for him to play Divine Shield, so we'll play Blood Knight, just as a 3-3 for 3. And try to win this the old-fashioned way. I got a bunch of beefy creatures here. Does he have answers? The answer is maybe. The answer is maybe. The answer is maybe. The answer is no, he doesn't have any answers. Okay. Wouldn't mind a Warsong Commander here to make this sheep charge. That would be great. Doesn't happen. Alright, well, bit of a pickle. If I kill the Timberwolf, of course, the hyena gets big. I can hit him in the face. What was it? 7, 10 damage down to 5. Well, I'm not a hunter, so that seems a bit foolhardy. Displace engine, hang on to the sheep, and think. I don't want to do this. I think what I want to do is kill that. Kill that thing, just in case. And kill this thing. So, nothing on the face this turn. But, he's got 2 on 1s and 2 cards. And I've got this. So it's going to be difficult for him to catch up. Shredder's a very good minion, but it's not good here because he needs to remove stuff or taunt me to stop me from hitting him. This thing is solid, but it just doesn't do anything. So, yeah, we'll just hit him in the face then. Sheep is not a good play right now because it'll just kill all my own stuff. But I can play another 4-4. When I drafted this card, I was like, I'm just going to take it because it's the most expensive thing, and it's good here. A 4-4 for 4 I was very happy to have. So just killing him with a bunch of middle-of-the-road creatures, and he can see it's because he just got overwhelmed. Didn't even... Wait, did I have a Fiery War Axe? Did I have a Fiery War Axe this game? I can't remember. I think I did. But anyway, yeah, that was good. 6-1. Happy to be here. Whether I win or lose the next game, there will be time to do one more and see if I can actually make it all the way up to 7. That's where my target is. If I don't make it to 7, I'm not happy. Here we go. I was just about to say, you know, Mage would be fitting right now, and here it is. Shadow Thorn, the Mage. Well, can't complain about this opening hand. Mulliganing the Senjin might be the right thing to do, but I'm not going to do it. It just seems really good to play this on turn 1, this on turn 2. That gives me 1, 2, 3 things to draw, to maybe have something to play on turn 3, and my god, is that Senjin good on turn 4. Senjin is just so amazing against mages, because it survives Frostbolt, but then Polymorph and Fireball are overkill. Just seems really good to have. Points into a Mech Warper, which is a good answer, of course, to the Infiltrator, but that's fine by me. We'll just play the Fiery War Axe. And think, do I reveal this guy? You know, I'm going to hang on to him for one more turn, but on turn 3 I will totally attack her face with him. Here she might not have had anything better to do than just to ping it, so I don't want to give her that for free. Puddle Stomper. Okay, I could use my axe, or I could use my little guy. Which one do I want to do? I'm gonna use the axe. This deals 3 damage, that thing at 2 health. I might be wasting some potential, but I'll take that risk in exchange for keeping this minion on the board and taunting her into trying to going a card up, I think. Well, she's having none of that crap, so this thing comes along. And either of these would actually have charge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the Trog, and the reason for that is simply that this engine has taunt and is thus more valuable to me. So I'm going to use these 2 guys to kill off her tank. Didn't want to keep that tank around. I could have played Senjin to block the tank from killing the Warsong, but I didn't want to get blown out by her fireballing or something, my thing. And what's his face? Losing my Warsong commander. So she pings this up. It gets a bonus because the flame cannon missed. I think it's much more sensible to play 2 minions and spend 5 mana than to play 1 minion and spend 4 mana. I hit her for 5. Now she can ping this to death, but it is going to be, 2/5 of her mana. Got a Senjin, which I saved, and I'm pretty happy that I saved this, honestly. Coming down next turn. She's going to ping that off, of course. Makes sense. And an Imp Master is interesting. Oh, that's very interesting. I mean, that just gives me total fodder for the Worgen. She must have had nothing better going on. Well, we got a couple of options here. I could execute this thing, of course. Crazed Alchemist just showed up, though. Is there any use for him? Not here, no. So we're going to execute this. Place Engine. Turn Wind Fury on. Still a turn away from Flame Strike. Blizzard would be good here. I have 8. Crazed Alchemist plus 5 is 13. I've got lethal damage here if she doesn't remove any of my stuff. So please play Boulder Fist Ogre. Oh, you suck. Is that a Cone of Cold? It's a Cone of Cold. No, it's a polymorph. Oh, well, that's good news. That is pretty good news. And this is even better news. Wow, she just had no answers to my stuff. Okay, so here I gotta think. I got what? 5, 6, 9 damage? Gonna make a bit of a conservative maneuver here. We're gonna actually kill that Berserker with Fuse. The reason for that is simply now that she does have Flame Strike available, I don't want to use the Senjin to damage the Berserker and then have the Senjin and everything die to Flame Strike. Here she can play Flame Strike, but Senjin's going to go down to 1 health and get 3 more damage, and which could be crucial if I end up having to try to burn her out. Spectre Knight. Okay, no Flame Strike, and this thing doesn't taunt. Is she going to give it taunt? No, she's not. Oh, no, she's in trouble now. I can deal 9 damage here. If I get 1 more source of damage, I will win. And I do. So this is perfect. Crazed Alchemist always finds a use. And we made it to 7 wins. 7-1 with a little cushion even. Well, so much for me saying that I didn't think this deck was very good. It's great. Remember when I was complaining about how my draft was bad? It wasn't. It was fantastic. That's what I've been saying all along. It was an excellent draft. I was really lucky to get the cards I got. Super perfect. Just curve is amazing. Card quality through the roof. I definitely never complained about how bad luck ruined my draft. So, moving on to the next game. Got time for 1 or 2 more. It has been a very even distribution. I've had like an equal number of like 5, 6s, 7s, 8s, 9s, and 10s. It's pretty wild, actually. Oh god, overwhelmed. Alright, fine. More mages, I guess. This opening hand, not anywhere close to as good as the last one. Got a mediocre 2-drop to kick things off. And blah. So as the second player, this would have been beautiful. 1, 2, 3. But as the third player, or as the first player, it kind of sucks. 1, 2, and then the other one is stuck in your hand. Or 2, 3, and the other one is stuck in your hand. Cleave's probably not going to get used because I'm going to be playing minions, which will trade with her minions. So I doubt Cleave was good. It's pretty lame draw here. Okay, there's the Mana Worm. Predictable, predictable, predictable. We're going to go ahead and do the Ooze. Hopefully she just has to ping it and use the worm, otherwise I'm going to fall behind. Well, coin and Spider Tank. Well, okay. I'll see your Spider Tank and I'll raise you a Spider Tank, but the issue is that she can ping my Spider Tank to death and hers lives with 1 health, so it'd be better if these were 4/3s and just traded with each other. I'd love it if she played a Shattered Sun Cleric and pumped this, then I could kill them both with Cleave, but she's not having any of that. She's just going to do this, and of course pass the turn. Alright. Well, I'm not gonna play the grunt. I'm hoping that I can get a cleave off. It's a tall order, but when you're behind, take risks. Ouch. Well, cleave plus this guy does not kill that water elemental. That's a fact. Fire doesn't do me any good. Well, I'm gonna do this. When there's nothing to do, play crap. That's my motto. I'm falling grotesquely behind on cards. Haven't actually dealt any damage to her. This game is just about over. After that Mana Worm coin spider tank play, I had nothing. I needed my Fiery War Axe this time, and this time I didn't get it. I also needed her not to play top quality minions every single turn of the game, which also did not happen. Oh my god. So that's not good. Oh, she even has mana left over to ping that. Motherfucker. Okay, is it even worth it to play the Windfury Harpy here? I mean, sure. But it's disgusting, the situation. So the games I've lost in this draft have just been, like, pathetic. I utterly rolled over and died, but most of the wins have been very strong. She draws a card. By the way, Sheep would have not been very good. That would have given this Acolyte, like, 3 card draws. Oh, she has the kill for the Windfury Harpy as well. Look at that. Okay, let's draw a card and concede. Yeah. Not worth it to keep playing that. So that means we do have time for one more game. We'll find out if the next video will have me see if I can get a little bit more gravy, picking up at 8-2, or if we'll just be starting a new draft. Honestly, happy to make it to 7, but it would be nice to get a little bit higher than that. I haven't actually made it above 10 in quite some time. Not since Nextramus have I gotten an arena run to 11 or 12. So let's see. I don't really think I made any terrible mistakes, although part of the nature of arena is that you might make big mistakes and not realize it. Little card drafting choices could have major impact on the game, or on some of the games you play, although I don't think that Shaman or that Mage were going to lose no matter what I had drafted. Monocle of 70. Oh god, a Paladin. Well, I guess I'm lucky I haven't played any Paladins so far, because Paladins are just my least favorite thing to play as a warrior. I'd actually rather see a Mage than a Paladin. If this were Ascension or a Trog, I'd keep it, but a 4/4 I don't want to keep because it just dies to True Silver, so it seems silly to keep it. We got quite the curve here. 1, 2, 3, 4, don't even need the coin at the moment. Let's see if he's going to do anything to make me want to play the coin. He plays a Secret. Well, that definitely does not make me want to coin into a Fiery War Axe. So, alright, Argent Squire it is. Got a Blood Knight here, so if he doesn't hit this thing, I could coin into Blood Knight and make a 6/6 on turn 2. Usually considered a solid play. Now, I could Fiery War Axe and try to kill this. The problem is that if it's a Noble Sacrifice, this Divine Shield's gonna pop. So what I'm gonna do actually is just, you know, take it right now. See if it's, oh, it could have been a Repentance actually. That would have been sad. Luckily it wasn't. Let's check for Noble Sacrifice. Is it actually Noble Sacrifice? Wow, it is. Okay, perfect. So that's great. So Noble Sacrifice just killed a 1-drop, and I have a 6/6 to a 3/2. Does he have an Aldor Peacekeeper by any chance? No, he's a Divine Shield thing, but that doesn't matter. It will kill this in 2 hits, but for that to happen, he actually needs to get 2 hits in, which he won't, because I can play this, 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 this. And I'm way ahead. This is like going as well as that game against the Mage was going terribly. We got a fantastic hand. I can play 1 great minion per turn. He's going to make a Recruit, try to kill my Blood Knight with it. But, well, he's actually going to succeed because he had another 2-drop. No, wait, no, he's not going to succeed. What am I talking about? We're going to play Sanjin here, protect the Blood Knight. Kill that, and I'm not going to voluntarily throw a 6/1 at a 1/1. I know the motto is don't let Paladins keep creatures, but that would be a little bit silly. Let's just get 6 damage in and see if he's got the Blessing of Kings or the True Silver to deal with my Sanjin. He's going to silence it. Well, that's well played. So now he can kill off my 6/1. Alright, that was a lot of effort he just expended to kill my thing. And the Fiery War Axe is a very good top deck. Spider Tank is not as good as my 4-drops, but it's almost as good. And it gives me a card up, it puts an axe in my hand. Health-wise, I'm about the same as he is, but he's only got 4 cards to my 6, soon to be 7, and I've got Execute, which will kill anything. So it's looking good. It's looking real good. Whenever you summon a mech, gain Divine Shield. That actually just seems like a piece of crap, if you ask me. Okay, well, let's see here. We're gonna first check for Noble Sacrifice with that guy. It is, by golly. So that Noble Sacrifice just gets wasted. Then we kill this thing. Oh man, what's that? 6 mana? No, 5 mana. Whenever you summon a mech, that just doesn't seem very good. A 6/3, maybe if it were a 3/6. But a 6/3 with no taunt? I mean, it's a Guardian, but doesn't have taunt? I don't know. Seems like a pretty bad card. Well, we'll play the Fen Creeper and hit him in the face. Because of all my weaponing, I'm actually behind on health, but I am up 6 cards. He's a Paladin with 3 cards. I've got a taunt. There's no way he can burn me out. War Golem. Alright, here's where Execute's going to come into play, I think, unless I can win. Let's just check real quick here. 3, 6, 9. No, can't win. So yeah, we'll just keep it simple here. Let's execute that. Play this and this. What have I always said? Good 4-drops, win games. Well, here we have kind of a 3-drop and a 5-drop, helping the 4-drops to win, but he's in a lot of trouble now. He's got a board clear with Pyromancer Equality or Equality Consecration. If he can't do that, he's in trouble. Even if he can, I'm still going to be in the lead. Because that'll be his turn, and then I can just replay with 4/4. Alright, looks like he doesn't have that. He's got a Peacekeeper. Oh, that would have been helpful very early on when I played that. 6/6. But right now he's in a bit of a pickle. Can I win? Let's see, we got 6, 9. Can't quite win. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to hit him in the face and I'm going to recombobulate this Fen Creeper. Probably what I get is going to be better than a 1/6. I got a 3/3. Not actually any better. Fine. We'll just play that and think, do I want to kill this Peacekeeper or just hit him in the face? Let's kill that thing off. And then hit him in the face for 5. So I'm hedging my bets a bit. I dealt some damage to him, still threatening lethal, but I killed off one of his minions just in case.
The victory
And he concedes.
well played.
Alright, well that'll do it folks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do please like it and or subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you again soon with the rest of this run. Who knows how much remains? I don't, but I look forward to it. Take care everybody.